Hello and welcome to The Clubs, your weekly compile of DJs, fashion, music and festivals. My name's Jesse.
I'm Jade. I'm Emma.
And first up we've got DJ on Fire with Demi Bryant.
Hey guys, it's Demi here for DJ on Fire and I'm here with Aaron aka A-Game. A-Game. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Pleasure.
Now Aaron, tell me about A-Game. How did the whole DJing start?
Yeah, I had my very first boys trip away to Ibiza when I was 17. And I was lucky enough to go to a club called Amnesia, which holds about 10,000 people. And I saw DJ Sister Bliss. So she's one half of Insomnia. And I was just literally blown away by house music. I've never heard it before. And then when I landed back to the UK after going to Ibiza, I bought my first set of decks. So I had Technics 1210s, vinyl, and I bought a shed load of records back from Ibiza and just started to play in the bedroom, and it just kind of progressed from there.
That's insane. It's such a progression as well, going from obviously vinyl, as you've just said, to CDs. How have you found that transition?
It's quite funny. Like I say, I've always been on vinyl, but I play at a club called Ivy and they had the first lot of CDJs in there, and I literally got thrown into the deep end one weekend and had to play on CDs with about like maybe 5 hours notice.
That's a nightmare for anyone who doesn't really understand this whole thing. That is just nightmare.
So it was just learning to use and navigate around the technology, and then obviously using a different set of devices to play music. But I mean, within 2 or 3 weeks it was kind of easy to pick up. It's virtually the same kind of process, just using different technology. So
awesome. And what sort of music do you play?
Yeah, it's kind of, I like to call my style mashup. That's probably my favourite music to play. So one of my, I guess, greatest DJs who I kind of aspired to was the late DJ AM. Also died in a plane crash, but I play very similar to him, where he's not bound by any genre. So it can be 80s to deep house to hip hop to rock, and just literally lob it all into one set. So yeah, mashup style is my favourite style.
Perfect, and it definitely keeps the crowd entertained and wanting more and wondering what's coming next. But that is something really cool. I find that's a really cool genre, a description of a genre, having the mashup sort of thing. So also, we were talking about it before, A-Game is actually in a duo.
That's right, yeah. So I'm in one half of a party duo called the Backhanders, and we've been lucky enough to play at some really cool gigs in and around Sydney and in Europe. But I guess our most memorable DJ sets to date would be playing at Good Vibes Twice in the locals tent to about 10,000 people, and then the famous Absolute parties down at Swiss Grand and Bondi Beach. So we were lucky enough to be part of those iconic parties.
They were definitely some crazy parties. For anyone who went to them, they definitely remember those good times. They were rocking. So you basically play the sort of housey, upbeat stuff with your duo and also yourself. We were talking about as well, you're actually into a bit of production, a bit of behind the deck. So what have you been doing, making music?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of, the natural progression from a DJ is making music. And that's something I've been passionate about for such a long time now. And I'm in a stage of my life and career where I'm able to mix work with pleasure. So I'm doing some production work which is more kind of down tempo, so it's probably stuff that I wouldn't play in a club environment, but it's something that it's, I guess, the artists that I really kind of admire, people like Massive Attack, like Portishead, more Chiba, and even Active Child, all the kind of slowy, more kind of, I guess, emotion-evoking kind of music stuff is what I produce. And then I'll still produce more the dancey up-tempo stuff later on down the track, but more of a passion project right now.
What would you say, a piece of advice to people, looking to be a DJ or even in production, how they get that step into creating music and, getting their stuff out there?
I mean, it's like anyone says, it's just literally repetition, practice and practice. I mean, if you want to be a DJ, you need to be able to play on the equipment that they play on clubs. So invest in buying some decks. Another thing is trying to work out your music style. What you're passionate about. Is it EDM? Is it hip hop? Is it mashup? And then once you know your style, is then learning more and more about that music, and then learning how to blend most of the music. And again, it's just literally practice.
That's amazing. No, thank you so much, Aaron. Really
Pleasure.
looking forward to catching some of your sets around Sydney, and you know, maybe even overseas as well.
Yep, come and see me, check me out.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Demi. Up next, we've got Big J from Digital Therapy, and he actually interviewed a local DJ here in Sydney, Jez. Check it out.
Welcome to the ultimate sound experience from Hamburg City.
Hey guys, you're watching Le Clubs TV. We're here today with Big J and Jezza from Digital Therapy. For those of you who don't know, DT monthly club night here in Sydney. We've been going for 3 years. Just about to head to our next night here with Ben Nicky over from the UK, some of the local residents, myself, Nick Shepherd, T-Bird and Matt Spicer as well. So thanks for coming along, check it out. Sitting here with one of our residents, Jezza. Hey! Sorry. Jezza, talk to me a little bit. You've obviously been part of the crew. Residents who help run the events.
Yeah.
What do you like most about DT? What's going on?
I love, well, basically became part of DT because of the intimacy and the genuineness of the nightclub. Yeah, love every part of it. It's been around for 3 years, and that small, intimate vibe has just grown into something really wholesome. That anyone that comes along, anyone new comes along, is just gets caught up in it, and it's a real special event, especially to me.
So for those of you guys that have seen Jezza in the mix, you'll know that he focuses a little more on the techno, the proggy stuff.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Talk to me about the journey there.
Basically, yeah, with the sort of the intenseness of trance and so many trance DJs, the progressive and the tech side of things doesn't get heard as much. Love it. I love it to bits, but for me personally, when it comes down to sharing my passion for the music to the crowd, it's more about the house tech and progressive, just warming things up for people and getting the sort of crowd going.
Yeah. On that note, what's important to you? What do you look for in a tune? You know, if we're looking at an event next month, we're saying that you've got an hour, 2 hours to play. What do you look for when you're searching through records or MP3s?
Now you want my secrets. I don't know if I can give you my secrets. Basically, like I said, R&B and hip hop background, so it's about groove, it's about funk, it's about getting people moving. I like the journey stuff. I love all that kind of stuff, but for me, it's about getting people to move and to feel a bit of something. The art of the opening DJ is as a dying thing in my point of view, because a lot of the DJs like to go for the bigger stuff quite early, but in answer to your question, I like to get that funk out of there, that bit of that groove, a bit of that emotion out nice and early. See, I got those shoulders going. But that's my thing. I love it. I love to see people get off the chair and dance to something that they've never heard before, just because they came early, had a few drinks, and thought, hey, this is all right. Instead of just waiting for the main guy.
It's like you read my next questions. I was going to say, when you look at it, you look out to the crowd, everyone's popping away. What do you like to see? How do you keep pumping? How do you keep going up there?
My expertise is opening DJ and getting people moving. And for DT, I already know who's going to be playing on the night. I already know their style. So for me to mirror what they've got as an opening DJ, that's predominantly what I try to do. I try to listen to their stuff. We know the peak time they're gonna go for. So I try to marry my tunes in with that. But what do I look for? I look for just smiles.
So let's dig a little bit deeper into you, Jezza. Where did Jezza come from? Out of all the DJ names you could have had, I've probably got a few for you myself, mate. Not told you to your face. Where did it come from?
Well, to be honest, it was TVA at the start because I didn't have a name. So I said, how about TVA, to be advised. But didn't really stick. Cheesy, to be honest.
And left the flyers really open-ended. No one knew who was playing.
Yeah, that's right. To be honest, Jezza was basically, it's me. It's who I am. I'm a fun sort of guy, outgoing. I didn't want to label myself any other sort of tacky name, or my full name. I just wanted to be who I am. I'm Jezza. I'm just here to have a bit of fun, play some tunes, and come along and enjoy the ride. That's basically.
Fair play.
And yeah.
Well, everything's got a good story.
Thanks for watching The Clubs, guys. This guy is Big J. I'm Jezza. Hope to see you down at DT one night. You're going to enjoy it. Just come down and have a look.
Thanks, Big J. Now, we're going to go to a quick ad break, but afterwards we have an interview with rapper Slippery MC. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Now we have an interview with one of Sydney's biggest local rappers, Slippery MC. Here it is.
I don't know if you could ever change. I don't know if you could ever change.
Just gotta be yourself, yeah. And I don't know if I could ever change. Nah. She got me feeling like I should change. Sometimes I think she thinks this is just a phase, but she doesn't understand the vision anyway. Long nights on my own without you. I spent the whole night on a song about you. You spent the whole night in the mirror of your room, waiting on me to finish working on my tune.
What up, this is Slippery, here for the clubs. Here gonna show you my new single called Change, featuring Tegan Rogers and Taylor. The track's about a guy who goes overseas to record an album, and he comes back and opens his door and his girlfriend's gone. So basically, yeah, it's a bit of a it's a story. It's a rap story. Some of the ideas came from my own relationship at the time, but definitely not exactly how it went down. But yeah, some of the feelings I had when I was overseas and had a girlfriend and trying to juggling having a girlfriend and a music career. Yeah, pretty much got this idea in my head while I was away and wrote it down, and yeah, dropped it the other day over at End of Line Beat. Shout out to Taylor from EOL. And yeah, recorded it in my own booth here. Antics mixed and mastered the track, and Steve Guzman filmed a music video for us as well, which is coming out soon with the very beautiful Dominique. Also shout out to my mate Shano, who organised that. Word up. Anyway, this is Slippery. You're about to watch my new single Change. Check it out.
When we first met, it was normal as it gets. Now my lifestyle is the cause of the end. We promised that we love each other till the very end, but when I got home, you weren't even there.
When I first started rapping, I was always into hip-hop from a young age, but I started rapping when I fractured my back. I was into surfing, doing surf contests, and then I fractured my back. I couldn't surf anymore. I couldn't, keep a sponsor or anything like that. So I was partying heaps because I couldn't do the contest, all that kind of shit. And then, yeah, I got into, because I was so into my hip-hop, I got into rapping myself. And then just went from freestyling to writing songs to hustling my own shows. And to this.
What made you think when I was over there, all the thoughts and how I really didn't care? What made you think when I was over there, all the thoughts and how I really didn't care?
My first tape was an NWA tape, which my brother gave me, and my mum took that off me because I was going around the house swearing all the time, reciting all the lines from NWA. I think I was like, I don't know, 7, 8, and then and then it came out on CD when I was about 10 or something like that, and then I got it on CD anyway, a few years later. So
I never slept around even though I could have easy. Overseas, Cali girls said they really need me. Overseas, you were very needy. I held it down even though my trait is slippery.
My main inspiration in rap, Eazy-E, for my old school rappers, and Wiz Khalifa for the new school rappers, and for an Aussie rapper I'd say Bias B.
Focused on my music, you were always on my mind. Scuffed you in my breaks, I tried to always make some time. You needed more, but I was blind to see the signs. You waited for me, but then you felt the need to fly.
You can catch me in the future from my website www.slipperymc.com.au, or you can stay updated on my Facebook page, okay, called Slippery, or my Instagram, Slippery420. Got a few gigs coming up. Lots of collab tracks, Woods, The Hated, Pizzo, Beatniks, End of Line, yeah, all of that. Keep it real, peace, Slippery, we out.
I'm finally coming home, I tried to ring your phone. There must be something wrong, cause I hardly got a tone. I wanna hear your voice before I'm taking off. If not, I'll be waiting for you where you drop me off.
And that there was Slippery MC. Up next, our newest presenter, DJ Deluxx, has our new weekly What's On segment, and she's going to tell us exactly what's going on in the EDM scene this week. Here it is.
Hi guys, I'm DJ Deluxx and welcome to the first edition of What's On the Clubs. So this segment is all about bringing you the best events around Sydney to make your weekend completely go off. So first up, we've got a massive event at Pasha at Ivy in the city. So this week we've got What's So Not, which is the side project of Flume and Emo Instead, and supported by Golden Features. So anyone in the dance scene at the moment will know how much buzz Golden Features have at the moment. Huge support by Triple J and In The Mix, and just general interweb buzz. So it's sure to be a good night. If you love your indie and deep house and hip hop and just general house amazement, this is definitely the event for you. Supported by some of the best DJs in the game at the moment. So you've got A-Tones, Danny T, Fingers, Nana Does Smack, and Dylan Saunders. Amazing venue and amazing music, due to be completely jam-packed all night. So if you want to get down, tickets are available via Mosh Tix, but it's starting at $25. And yeah, that should be a really, really good event. Next up, we have Voodoo at Home Nightclub. So headlining this event is Super 8 and Tab, which are huge international trance players, supported by some of the best in the game for your trance and progressive. So that includes Nick Arbor, I Am Sam, Thomas Knight and Tigris. Again, tickets starting at $25 via Mosh Tix. This is going to be absolutely massive, and it's going to be all night. So if you want to dance and you want to dance hard all night, Home is the place for you. Beautiful nightclub right on Darling Harbour. It goes off every single Friday night, and it's for the die-hard trance fans. So if that's what you're into, and let's face it, a lot of people are, get down because it's going to be massive. So next up, we have White Rabbit at King's Cross. It's their 1 year anniversary, so this is going to be a stellar lineup of strong local DJs. So recently, White Rabbit have taken over the first level, which used to be run by the Empire, but the music format is still the same. You've got your best of the R&B party tunes, and upstairs in White Rabbit, you've got the best and latest EDM bangers. So huge local lineup, and it's going to be a cracker of a night. You've got Samara, Guillotine, Fly Girl T. If you like your tunes big, loud, and to party all night, this is definitely the event for you. Saturday night, that's where you need to be. Last but certainly not least, you've got yours truly, DJ Deluxx, playing at Spear Night Spot, where we're filming at the moment. I start at 9 p.m. and I'll be going all the way through to 4 a.m. We're the latest licensed club in Sutherland Shire. In one room you've got live bands till midnight, but in the other room you've got me playing the best R&B, hip-hop, party tunes, electro house and everything in between. It's a great local vibe if you want to stay local and just chill out and have a few drinks. Whatever your taste in music is, we've got it covered here. So that's it from me, DJ Deluxx, and I hope I see you on my dance floor soon.
Now that was DJ Deluxx. Make sure you check out her blog on the Le Club's website. Now guys, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up after the break, we've got DJ Hard Kitty. Stay tuned. Welcome back guys, and now we're going to be checking out DJ Hard Kitty with her tip of the week. Here it is.
You got me so wild. How can I ever deny? You got me so high. So high I can...
Hi, I'm Catherine and you're listening to Le Clubs, or actually technically speaking you're watching Le Clubs, unless you're doing something like playing on your iPad or your iPhone. I'm pretty sure you are right now. Put them away and listen. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to look over some more DJ tips and tricks. Yeah. Alright, okay, so one thing that someone always asks me is, should I give up my day job and pursue music? And the answer is not simple, as you probably expected. So, there's a few things you need to think of. Number one is ego. Now, Mick Jagger said, never drop names. But seriously, you have to be very careful. It's very easy to get really wrapped up in one world, and sometimes it's good to have a place to escape to, even if that is your day job. It's really important to keep your feet on the floor while your head's in the clouds, or up someone's bum, whatever your preference might be. Oh, anyway, number two is money. So there was a time when there was lots and lots of money in the industry. You know, there was not so much illegal music downloads, and you could literally make a massive buck, and you know, people did. But the problem is that there's a lot of illegal music sharing, and a lot of times, you know, people don't necessarily have the money to go out clubbing. So sometimes it means that you have to literally sell your soul to whichever music genre will take you. You often are left without a choice on which particular music genres you're into, and you just have to take whatever's coming. Sometimes people will love this. Some people like playing lots of different genres, and if that's you, then good on you. If you're the sort of person that just is really into a particular speciality, then maybe it's not for you. On the other hand, sometimes if you are at a particular peak in your career, then maybe it's a good idea to take a year or two downtime. But even then, it can be really hard because you have to always rely on someone else. And to be honest, it's not necessarily a stable career on paying your bills, because your bills are never late. So anyway, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you comment on our Facebook and our Twitter channel at Le Clubs TV. And if you have any questions, make sure you fire them my way. I'll see you next week. Bye. 1, 2, 3, action! Jesus Christ.
This one involves the word fuck.
Now, unfortunately, guys, that's all we've got time for today.
If you haven't checked us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or our new and improved website, leclubs.com, please do. But for now, I'm Jade.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Emma.
And you're watching
Le Clubs.